the Muslims disappear. And today our questions are serious. Was Muhammad mentally ill? The answer is absolutely yes. And we will not use a single story. It is not approved by Muslims. Approved, not only in their books, approved. Take a note of the word approved. If we go over the life of Muhammad, an old man who suddenly he want more wives. So he made verses in the Quran saying, any woman she wanna give herself to the Prophet so he can F her. The Muslim, they say here the word not F her, to marry her. Okay, so he will marry her, but he will not F her. When a prophet, he made a verse like this. And the whole verse saying, it is lawful for you to F the following. Your wives, they are his wives already, your God. I mean, this God, he is so smart to the point, he is saying to Muhammad now, after Muhammad is sleeping with his wife for the last century, hey, Muhammad, you can have boom boom with them. But he is doing both, they are his wives, are you a donkey or what? And then, did that stop? No. And the slaves you capture in war. Okay. So Mary the cook, she is a slave, so it's not lawful for him. So why he was sleeping with her? No answer. And those who Allah assigned to you, those are Allah assigned to him now, yeah. And the daughter of your uncle, and the daughter of the uncles, and the daughters of your uncle aunts, and the daughter and any women who immigrated with you, who dictate, and look at the first translation, her soul. Muhammad is going to have sex with her soul, to dictate her soul. In Arabic it says nafsaha, and the word nafs coming from the word soul, yes, but nafsaha mean herself. Dictate herself. What exactly she would dictate? Her vagina. What does this have to do with God? And any woman she dictate herself to the Prophet so he can F her. And in Arabic it says yastankihuha, which mean F-I-N-G, not Muslim they say marriage. But marriage you do it only a ceremony once and that's it. You don't do marry her every day. So he can F her non-stop. What does this have to do with God? How in the world this God is God? I mean, Muhammad already have tons of wives, and now he is making verses saying those and those and those and those and lawful for me, and in the top of that, any woman she gave herself to me. That is a sign of a sexual disorder. This guy, he liked to own as many as he can. He never have enough. He liked to be the playboy, and women are around him. As many as he can collect. Yet he cannot have sex with them. It's a proven that Muhammad is sexually incapable. And the proof very simple actually. First of all, Muhammad, he could not have kids, and the Muslim they say, oh, he made his slave Mary have a child. This is a slave. She sleep with everybody. Muhammad, he have 13 wives. He could not make one of them have a child. All the children of Khadija are the children of the previous husband. The only one actually, even the Shia considered to be his real daughter is Fatima. But Fatima is not his daughter too. And this is why there's a verse in the Quran where it says that there's a man, he accused Muhammad that he is abtar. He is cut off. The Muslims they say cut off because he cannot have kids. But the fact the guy who was making fun of him that his penis is abtar. And if you read the verses, you will die laughing, because Allah suddenly is defending the penis of Muhammad and saying to him what? To thee we have granted al-Kawthar, and the Muslim they say this is a fount. Fount of what? Sperm? What does have to do with the guy he accused him to be abtar, cut off? What the fount have to do with this? Because this is a fount of sperm maybe. Therefore to the Lord in a prayer and sacrifice. Why he have to sacrifice for what? And he who has like he accused you that you are cut off, He have no hope in the future. What does have to do with this? What about Allah making him have tons of babies to refute this guy that he is not cut off? Isn't it the guy accusing Muhammad, making fun of him, that you cannot have babies? Can't Allah make Muhammad have tons of babies? Especially have many wives? In 9 months, Muhammad, he should have at least 9 children. Can Allah do that? No, he cannot, for he is a fake God, and Muhammad fabricated this verse. So the Quran records for us that Muhammad is an impotent man, he cannot have children. And the hadith confirmed to us that Muhammad is suffering from mental issues and sexual issues. As an example, we read in the hadith, all those hadith we are going to read one by one. Let us start from this one. Once the Prophet was bewitched, that he began to imagine that he had done a thing, in fact, he had not done. Now, this is a symptom of illusion, and a person who is suffering from mental illness. All of us, we knew that, you know, there's people, they do the job as a, they claim to, they can bewitch you. There's people who do practice magic, yes. There's people, they claim they have control of people, yes. But all of us, we knew that magic does not exist. You see, if you read the Bible, the story about Moses, it says that his magic overcome their magic, but this is not a magic in the Bible. This is their understanding that because they are magician, so they thought he did magic. The fact Moses did not do magic. Moses, it was miracle from God. This is not a magic. So the Muslims, to explain the situation of Muhammad, that he is mentally ill, they claim that he was bewitched. How bad it was, the bewitching of Muhammad. So if you say to a Muslim, oh, you are following a bewitched prophet, he should not be offended, because here we go, the hadith says that you have a prophet who was bewitched. How bad it was? It was bad to the point that this guy, he think he's having sex, but in fact he did not. Read carefully. The prophet continued for such and such a period of time, imagining that he had slept, had sexual relationship with his wives, but in fact he did not. In fact, what? He did not. So when you reach the point that you cannot even be sure that you had sex or not, I mean, how much crazy you are. Because as you know, having sex is not okay. Did I drink water or not? Did I take my medicine or not? We might forget. That can happen to everybody. But thinking that you had sex, but in fact you did not, that is not like taking your medicine. Unless sex for Muhammad was something he do like a drink water, like, you know, it's like take 1 second, so it's fast. So when Muhammad, he imagined himself having sex, and the one who's reporting this is first-hand witness Aisha, and this is Sahih al-Bukhari. Muslim cannot say that this is a lie. They cannot say this is weak. Can they? In which stage a human being, he imagined himself, and this is for a long period. Some Muslims, they say a year, some Muslims, they say 6 months, but obviously it was for a long time. What Muslims will say to us about this? And here the Muslim, they will say to you, Christian Prince, you are lying. Chapter 113, verse number 3. When Aisha, she come to Muhammad and she play with his hair, she wants sex. Muhammad, he said, وَمِن شَرِّ غَاسِقٍ إِذَا وَقَبْ. The Muslim translation is very funny. From the mischief of darkness as it is overspread. What overspread? What overspread? This verse is about the penis of Muhammad. Muhammad claiming that when the penis stand up, that is from the evil of the night. And he is giving excuse for Aisha not to have sex with her because his penis obviously is not standing up. Now the Muslim, they will say to you, we challenge you to show us the difference. You are a liar. Where it says that? It doesn't say that, CP. Right? Does it say that or it does not say that? In the tafsir, it says that clearly. If we go in the tafsir, let us see. And I find it really very funny when Muslims, they try to refute us. And what they will say now, like they will say you are lying, or they will say the tafsir is lying. What they will say, what do you think the answer will be? They will accuse who of lying? They will accuse somebody, right? Let me see. Oh boy. It doesn't say that, CP. All right. Let us see which, we will need to find authentic books. So don't say we are making things up. Because you know them. من شر قضيب الرجل إذا انتصب. Let us see. المحرر الوجيز. Let us see this book. Volume number 5. I mean, we do not need to show 1 million book. Those are Muslim scholars and they speak perfect Arabic. All right? Let us see. Here we go. Let me highlight it. إذا وقب. Let's make a line. ذكر الرجل, the penis of the man. الغاثق إذا وقب. ذكر الرجل, the penis of the man. All right? So this is not my understanding, this is not my explanation. And for sure the Muslim, they will say, oh, it have the other meaning too. There's other explanation saying, no, this is not what it meant. And this is exactly showing us that Muhammad, he did not give them a religion. Muhammad, he gave them a book of confusion and stupidity. Because if you cannot, I mean, if things is confused to the point, it's about a penis or it's about something else, I mean, how bad this book is. So what the Muslims, they do today, they take what they like and they dump what they don't like. So now Christian Prince, he showed them from their books, it says it's about the penis when it stands, and because Muhammad, he cannot have sex with Aisha, as we showed you. So Muhammad, he seek refuge by Allah against the standing penis, which he cannot have. So what he said to Aisha, I seek refuge by Allah from the standing penis. But Aisha is his wife, and she is horny, she is young. The guy is old, he cannot do it. Huh? He cannot do it. Let us show, let me see if I can get more reference. Give me a second. Oh boy. I'm trying actually to find the reference even in English. Maybe we can find something. Give me a second. I mean, just additional reference, because already we showed you reference, right? But we try to show reference for whatever we say. And it doesn't matter how many reference you show them, they will say it doesn't say that CP. At the end of the day, we knew it, you know. But as you see, we show on the screen whatever we say, so they cannot play games with it. Sometime you want to find a reference, it take extra time. But I think I have a better solution. Let me do this. Already we showed reference, remember, but I want to show more. It's not enough to show only one reference from one Islamic books. They will say, okay, maybe this scholar, he is an idiot, and this is not true. All right. Here we go. This is another book, and actually this is posted in Indonesian for some reason. I don't know, Indonesian library. It says, ومن قوله, the tafsir name, the book of tafsir called إحياء علوم القرآن. I will show you the cover after we read this. It says here, ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب قال هو قيام الذكر وقد أسنده بعض الرواة إلى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إلى أنه قال في تفسيره والذكر إذا دخل وقيل إذا قام. إذا قام ذكر الرجل ذهب ثلثا عقله. Translation. And Allah saying, من شر غاسق إذا وقب, the verse, meaning, and when the penis stand and get in, and been said that when the penis stand of a man, the 2/3 of his brain, or the third of his brain, is gone. We go down. Hadith Ibn Abbas. And here the Muslim, they say to you, oh, this is a weak hadith, man. They say it's a weak hadith. It doesn't matter if it's a weak hadith. It's talking about the hadith, right? But the meaning is still the same. قيام الذكر, the standing of the penis. And now we will show you the cover of the book. And this is Ibn Abbas. He mentioned the hadith, as you see. But for sure the Muslim, they will say to you, this is, we reject this hadith. But who cares about the reject? You cannot reject the meaning, because at the end of the day it's Arabic. إحياء علوم الدين الإمام الغزالي. The book name إحياء علوم الدين by Imam al-Ghazali. Alright? So, if we continue in the madness of Muhammad, Allah, He promised him a fountain in heaven. For what? We don't know. What this fountain for? No Muslim knows. What He would do with it? We have no idea. But this fountain have a very white liquid. And the accusation was about him not being able to have sex. And you will notice here, Muhammad here, he is saying that because there is a bewitching. Muhammad, look, you need to put the verse into the story. Oh, you guys, you don't see the screen? It's my fault. Sorry. Hold on. So you did not see what I was showing on the screen, huh? Oh boy. Hold on. Okay, it's my fault. Hold on, give me a second. Let me put it again. Man. Where is the page? I just close it. Man, oh man. Let us see. We just closed the website, which is having the book, and now I'm trying to find it again. And I thought you guys are seeing it in the screen. But too bad. But no problem, it's okay. Here we go. We found it. Give me a second. Now we will put it for you in the screen. Here we go. Sorry for that. This is the book. It's called إحياء علوم الدين for Al-Imam al-Ghazali. It says, Al-Imam al-Ghazali, not a Christian prince saying that. قال عن ابن عباس. Ibn Abbas said, في قوله تعالى. Ibn Abbas is the cousin of Muhammad. About Allah saying, من شر غاسق إذا وقب. From the one who enter and stand, get in. He said, قال هو قيام الذكر. And let me highlight so people can read with me. And Ibn Abbas mentioned in his statement about Allah saying, من شر غاسق إذا وقب, قال هو قيام الذكر. It is the stand of the penis. And some, they reported this hadith, that this is a hadith from Muhammad himself, not from Ibn Abbas only, that he said, الذكر إذا دخل وقد قيل إذا قام ذكر الرجل ذهب ثلثاء عقله. So Ibn Abbas, he is mentioning this is the meaning. And then there's a hadith saying that the Prophet said that when a penis stands, the third of the brain of the man goes. Now let us connect things together. And again, let me show the page number for this book, so whoever want to go and check it out. This is page number 96. You can find it. All right, 96. Actually, most of the page here is speaking about sex anyway. But if you go back to the Quran and try to connect the dots together, we will find that Ibn Abbas said that this is about the penis standing, and Muhammad is seeking refuge by Allah from such an evil thing. I mean, why it's evil? Read carefully why it's evil for Muhammad. From the mischief of those who practice secret art. Okay, what the penis have to do with secret art? You see, I'm trying just to make you see what I see. And from the mischievement of those who do envy. So Muhammad, he claimed, by the way, it doesn't say secret art, it says those who blow on the knot. If you change the translation, you will see how the translator hide many words. Look at the translation here. And from the evil of the darkened night as come with its darkness. This is not this Ibn Abbas saying this about the penis standing. So what the darkness of the night? And then from the evil of the witchcraft when they blow in the knots. So what does have to do with the blow of the knots? Those who do bewitching, they do it only at night. To understand this, we go to the hadith where it says that Muhammad, he was bewitched, and Muhammad was imagining himself having sex, but in fact he did not do so. You remember? Muhammad was imagining himself having sex, but he did not do so. Let us see the hadith which we showed you before. The Prophet continued for such and such a period, imagining that he had sexual intercourse, but he did not. So here we understand why the verse is speaking about the penis standing up, the evil of the penis standing up. For Muhammad saying here that his private part stand, don't think it's not working, it's stand, but there is evil on it. Somebody placed a black magic on the penis of Muhammad, so it's not functioning right. His brain too, not only his penis, to the point he cannot have sex with his wives. His penis is not working no more. But Muhammad saying, but this is not because of my fault, because somebody bewitched me. And this is why the verse speaking about penis and right away jumping to speak about those who blow on the knot and doing witchcraft. So Muhammad claimed that the witchcraft which placed on his penis is making Aisha unsatisfied. Aisha, she wants sex, he cannot give her sex, and he seek to Allah, refugee to Allah from the witchcraft which is making the penis stand, but for different purpose. It doesn't stand with Aisha. Stand only when he is not with them, when he is imagining, as he claimed. If we go back in the hadith, you can go right now and search the symptoms of illusion. Somebody, he have illusion. What is the symptoms? You will see that all the symptoms of illusion exist exactly in Muhammad. If you go to a doctor and you say to him, I am imagining myself having sex with my wife, but I never did. Is he going to say to you, this is because of witchcraft? Anyone agree with that? If there's any one doctor in the world will agree that this was witchcraft, or he will say this is mental illness, chemical disorder. But maybe this is not enough to prove that Muhammad is suffering from mental illness. But the story itself is enough to prove to us, because it's coming from Muslim mouth, reported by Muslim, authentic hadith, Sahih al-Bukhari, hadith number 6063. And Muhammad, he claimed, and this is showing us how mentally he is affected, that two angels came to him. And one of them, look at this, there come to me two men. One of them sat near my feet, and the other near my head. And the one near my feet, he asked the one near my head, and he pointed his finger to me, saying, what's wrong with this man? Muhammad himself admitting that there's something wrong with him. Do we agree in that? Can you say Muhammad nothing wrong with him? What's wrong with this man? What the other man said, those are supposed two angels coming in the shape of a man. The later replied, he is under the effect of magic. So it's confirmed by Muslims that Muhammad was under the influence of something. Muslims, they claim it's magic. But here we have a problem. The Quran confirms that Allah, he opened a Harry Potter school in the Babylon Tower. And the only magic he sent to teach the angels, through the angels, Harut and Marut, is a magic to divorce the wife from her husband, to make the husband and the wife and the wife fight. So how anyone learned the magic to control the penis of a person when Allah did not teach such a magic? Chapter 2 verse 102, it says that Sulaiman did not follow Shaitan, and he is not the one who do the falsely the magic, but it was Shaitan. Okay, how Shaitans they did that? The devils are teaching man magic, such a thing that come down at the Babylon to the two angels Harut and Marut. Who is the one who taught Shaitan magic? Allah. How he taught him? How he taught not only Shaitan, he taught all mankind supposedly, or whoever want to learn. He sent two angels, their name is Harut and Marut, in the Babylon Tower, because this is the only elevator exists in the time of Muhammad. He heard about the tower, it's high, so it makes sense. He would go to Harut and Marut. And this is one of the legends of the Muhammadan about Harut and Marut, and the fairy tale stories happen in the tower of Harry Potter. So Allah, he sent two angels to teach magic, and those magic, they do what? They teach magic only to cause separation between a man and his wife. Which means a man and a wife, they will fight. How this magic extend to be about the penis? How Muhammad, his magic is controlling his mind? Because as you see in the hadith, it says that he was imagining. So the magic here is different from the magic we see in the verse, because the verse saying clearly that this is something to cause separation between the man and the wife, which means they will start fighting each other. But here, Aisha, she is not fighting with Muhammad, and neither Muhammad is fighting with Aisha. But Muhammad is imagining that he had sex, but in fact he did not. So where this magic is coming from, Muhammad have no answer for it. And then when they said, what's wrong with this man? The other person, he says he entered the magic. The first one asked, who had worked magic on him The other replied saying, Lubayd ibn al-Asam. Here we go, even they have the name. They have the name of the guy. The first one asked, how would this happen? How he was able to control him? He said he used a comb of hair. Who in the world want to believe in such a garbage and excuse from Muhammad that he is a mentally ill person because of a magic, because somebody have some hair and he control him in the comb of the hair? Any Muslim can tell us? And how Allah was not able to stop the magic. The Muslim, they say to us, if Allah wants something, he say be is going to be. How come he is sending two angels and they are having a conversation, and then they start looking for the camp and they throw it away, and this is how the magic went away? And always we have to accuse the Jews that the Jews are the one who was controlling the penis of the Prophet and the brain of the Prophet. And here, remember, the Muslims, they say it was for 6 months or for 1 year. It doesn't matter. This is their own book and this is their own say. We don't trust that. However, let us say for the sake of argument it was only for 6 months. Muhammad imagining things. How many verses in the Quran Muhammad he received from the devil? Because when you are saying that I am imagining doing things, that means you are under the influence of something false, whatever it is. How many times Muhammad he imagined himself seeing Jibreel? Actually, in the hadith, not only Muhammad imagined himself having sex, Muhammad imagined himself doing things, but in fact he did not. And this is Sahih Bukhari. Which means all things Muhammad was doing is imagination. Once the Prophet was bewitched, so he began to imagine that he had done a thing which in fact he had not done. So I saw Jibreel yesterday and he told me Quran. In fact, he had not done. I saw Jibreel yesterday and he told me to do this. In fact, he had not done. How we can trust Muhammad anyway after hearing this? If you are in the court and you bring a proof, medical proof, that there is somebody he imagined, even if this has happened once in his lifetime, that he imagined things happening which is not true, the judge will refuse you to be a witness. You are not legitimate no more. For obviously you are suffering from mental illness. Right? Any Muslim have anything to say? It says he imagined himself. He imagined. Now, we have tons of reference proving Muhammad to be a mentally ill person. And I will give you some more reference. Muhammad taking shower with dead dogs and women blood from period and garbage. Is that a sign of mental illness? Absolutely. There is no way a human being, he have little brain, he would do this. And this is little tiny water, by the way. Even the hadith here in front of us describe the size of it. So the Muslim can't say, oh, it was running water, oh, it was a spring of water, oh, it was river. No, it was not. Actually, this is why they call it bi'r bida'a. It's where people, they throw their garbage. And this is a Sahih hadith describing how small this water. What is the height of it? It is the level of the private part, below the private part. Below the private part. And how wide it is? The guy, he even put his sheet in the top of it and he covered it. You see it? He covered it by his sheet. It's so small. So imagine you have a small jacuzzi. Let us find a jacuzzi picture. By the way, we are the Arab, the first one who created jacuzzi. Prophet Jack, peace upon him, and his cousin Uzi, they come with the idea, and then the Western they copy the from us. Yeah, Prophet Jack and Uzi. Uh, Let us see. I'm just trying to find a picture so we can use. To explain the situation. I found many pictures actually, but there's only girls there with the bikini. Oh, okay, we found something. There's girls too. Hmm. Hmm. It's haram. It's haram. It's haram. Okay. So let us say that there is any jacuzzi don't have women, man. Let us see here.